Talk to ya. I'm here to talk to ya about toys. How's it going, everyone? It's your boy True KROs, aka True Crew Reviews, here to bring you another action figure review. This time of the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collection Series Wave 2 Beast Morphers Gold Ranger, aka Nate Silva. As usual, in this review, we will go over the accessories, his articulation and paint job, as well as a comparison with other figure toy lines. Let's take a look. Here we have his accessories. First, we're going to start off with the Striker Saber, aka the Dry Blade and Go Busters. And then we have the Striker Morpher, aka the Morphin Blaster, only in blaster mode, no folded up phone mode. He doesn't come with any keys either. We have his little devil horn, beetle horn hands for his left hand, a blade holding hand for the Striker Swords, Striker Saber, the Striker Morpher trigger figure hand, and then a normal fist, just for Power Ranger punches. Punch. He also has this electric effect which goes onto the blade of the sword. I would show that, but it's pretty difficult to get on. Well, it's actually pretty easy, but here we have the Nate Silva head. Now, it's awesome that we get these civilian heads. It'd be even more awesome if, we got civilian figures, but, this is good enough. I mean, mine is a little bit painted awkwardly. His eyebrows are molded in there, as you can see, but they painted over it, so he has a raised eyebrow, and it's also kind of off-center. But either way, it's a good-looking head. Honestly, I wish he had the glasses, though. The glasses would have really made it for me, for a Nate figure. But here, for a quick second, let me just show you guys how it fits on. You just pop the head off, right like that, and you pop it back onto the ball joint right here. And, alright, a little difficult, but almost got it. Give me a second, guys. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed. And there you go. He has his head on, his Nate head. Since I'm going to be getting to articulation next, let's just take a look at how he moves with his Nate head. He can look up this far up. He can look up down this far. His head rotation is a little tight for mine. Might be different for yours, but there we go. I can rotate a little bit. And he has a little bit of head pivot, not too much. All right, let's get into the paint job and the articulation of the figure in this next segment. Here we have the figure in hand, as you can see, back together, and he is a very bright, brilliant gold on a matte black plastic. I mean, this thing looks gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Now, his little harness, as you can see right here, is in a gunmetal gray plastic. I think it's molded that way, not painted. And the silver matches the Magnet Defender silver that we saw the other day. He has a little bit of gold paint on that harness for the Grid Battle Force logo, and on the back, the paint continues. The paint continues on the back. That is just glorious. I mean, man, this is one beautiful figure. And unfortunately, on my copy, though, there was like a little paint effect, either glue or paint that was stuck on his head that had to scrape off. You can still kind of see it, though. But let's move on to the articulation segment, shall we? So for this figure, his head can move about this far. Okay, hold on. His head can move about this far up, that far down. It can move side to side, and he does have a little bit of head pivot. His arm can move out this far, that far out. He can rotate his arm 360. He has a butterfly joint that goes that far back and that far forward, a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and his wrist can rotate, and he can move his hand up and down like so. He has a diaphragm joint that allows him to turn very, very well. He has an ab crunch that moves that far forward, that far back. Be careful of the belt. It does hinder the belt articulation. He has no waist articulation. He has a thigh cut that allows him to rotate. He also has a boot cut. He can kick that far forward, that far back. He has double jointed knees, and his foot can move that far up, that far down, and he does have ankle pivot. And here we have Beast Morphers Gold holding his Striker Morpher and his Striker Sword, Saber, Blade. I don't really know the name of it, to be honest. But as you can see, this figure stands very nicely, even on this uneven recording surface of mine. But yeah, honestly, I was going to go for the Basics line figure, because those scale pretty well with the figure arts. But as soon as I actually opened this guy, I just really, really loved it. He actually fits pretty well. So I think when we start our comparison segment, we're going to start with the Go Buster figure art, since he did not get a Go Buster figure art counterpart. So here he is next to Yellow Buster, aka Yoko. It makes sense that she's a bit shorter. She is a teenage girl in the Japanese series. So let's move on with Ryuji, aka Blue Buster. Right here, he's a little bit shorter than Beast Morphers Gold, but and then here is Hiromu, aka Red Buster. And as you can see, he fits in pretty well. He's a little bit, bulkier, a little bit taller. I use the excuse that Jin Masato, his Japanese counterpart, was older than these individuals, so I just count that as he's also more heavily armored anyway. But yeah, he really fits really well with these guys. It's impressive. I really should have brought a Kamen Rider figure to match him up with, because you can see, yeah, he stands up pretty nicely in scale with Japanese figure lines. He's not too overly tall like the Shadow Ranger, or super super bulky like Magnet Defender. But here, let's start moving on to the basic line comparison. Knowing me, I collect villains, so we're gonna start off with Blaze. Now, I really hope Blaze gets a Lightning Collection figure. He is a very great design. I loved Dark Buster. And here is Roxy. I'm still missing her gun, so she might end up being repainted into Escape from Go Busters. And last but not least, we'll put him right next to a Tronic. Yeah, there we go. And yeah, he fits pretty nicely with the basics line too. He's not too overly tall. He's actually almost the same exact height as Blaze, so that's what's really impressive about this. But yeah, if you guys are looking for Beast Morphers Gold, I know he's up on Hasbro Pulse. I think his date got pushed back a little bit. He's also up on Amazon, and I think he also got pushed back a little bit. $19.99. I found mine at a local Walgreens. Funny story, before I recorded this video, I actually went out to look around for some figures, and funny enough, I found another Beast Morphers Gold. That will be for my buddy Tom over there at Tokunation. Speaking of Tokunation, my buddy Jordan got the one I found him earlier this week, and he will be making a gallery for that soon, so be sure to check that out. So if you guys like this video, remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all later. We're going to have another little segment of pics I took with this guy, and I hope you guys enjoy my next review. See ya.